guess what? Them geniuses, they want lawsuits dismissed. I'm sure this doesn't come to a surprise to you. Residents in East Palestine, Ohio are still suffering from the aftermath of the Norfolk Southern train derailment on February the 3rd of this year. And now Norfolk executives have the pure unadulterated gall to try and weasel their way out of their responsibility. Take a look at this headline with us. Norfolk seeks to have lawsuits dismissed over a derailment, toxic chemical spill in East Palestine, Ohio. The flippin' nerve. Norfolk has filed a motion in court to dismiss the mass class action lawsuit that has been brought by residents of East Palestine, Ohio, and surrounding communities over the damages caused by the February 3rd train derailment and release of toxic chemicals into the air, the water, and the soil, which is impacting the people. We were down there, and there are many reporters still down there. Shout out to Status Quo for continuing to tell the story of the residents of East Palestine. Animal fish died. I mean, all kinds of stuff. People still suffering on daily basis, and these mofos have the nerve to fix their mouths to try to have cases dismissed so that these people don't get redress. The mass class action lawsuit has consolidated more than 30 separate lawsuits brought by residents, property owners, and businesses that were impacted by the derailment. And Norfolk's motion was just as despicable as one might imagine. This right here, in a motion filed on Friday with the US District Court in Youngstown, Ohio, Norfolk Southern made the absurd claim that they are not responsible for the derailment, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, or obligated to pay for any of the damages caused to residents' health, homes, or businesses, because the first car to derail was not owned by the railroad company. These mother suckers. And that they did not have responsibility. Mary, just go ahead and jump in. I'm telling you, I don't have my fire extinguisher on me right now, and I need thousands of more papers. But this is what these people have done.
This is disgusting. The gall to say, oh, we're not responsible for the car derailment is equivalent to me driving somebody else's car saying, and I hit someone and killed their child, saying, oh, I'm not responsible for this because I didn't own this car. Or Honda built this car, not Mondale. It's their fault the tires weren't gripping enough. This is disgusting. This company should go bankrupt. Yes, I know that they lost a lot of jobs, but the idea that you don't care about human life this manner, the fact that you brought this lawsuit to court, the lawyers, everybody. Lawyers used to get hell for defending black people in segregated America. Yes. Where is the lawyers getting hell for defending these nasty corporations that show up in this manner? Norfolk Southern is a donkey of the day.
That's it. To take a page out of the Breakfast Club and Charlemagne the God, they definitely are the donkey, probably of the decade here. And the fact that Norfolk Southern train had passed not one, but 3 hot bearing detectors, the first over 40 miles before reaching East Palestine, or that each detector showed that the bearings were getting hotter and hotter, was ignored by attorneys. And here's just one example of what these residents of East Palestine have had to suffer through.
I had breathed in chemicals and I had a raw rash all over my lips that took about 3 weeks to get rid of. Just recently, like when it rains, my basement floods with chemicals and my nose starts gushing blood. I choke on it. It's terrible. And my house hasn't even been tested. It's not in priority for Norfolk Southern, but I'm getting sick every single day, whether it be a cough, a bloody nose, just fatigued. I mean, it's terrible.
And still to this point, it's still affecting you in that way.
Yes, and it's just been getting like progressively worse for me. Like my cough, my allergies, my nosebleeds. Like at first it was like one nosebleed here and there. Now it's constant. Like I have to worry about what I'm wearing because I'm scared I'm gonna get blood on my shirt.
You know, that's really a damn shame. And many of East Palestine's nearly 5,000 residents, as well as people throughout the area, suffered severe burns to their throats, their eyes, their nose, their lips. Many people developed rashes, dizziness, and headaches. This reporting coming from Samuel Davison of World Socialist Web. This is just another example of corporations gone wild and how the United States federal government is allowing this to happen. How the Department of Department of, well, we need the Department of Justice too, but the Department of Transportation was asleep at the wheel. And you know what? What they can spend this money on, instead of trying to block lawsuits against them, how about they spend the money on making the residents of East Palestine whole? How about that? How about just do it that way? Do you know the multi-millions of dollars that they're about to spend to try to block these people from being made whole? It is indeed an absolute shame.